Hey Internet! Welcome back to the stream. We're back a little bit early today. It's a Thursday and it's fucking almost 6 o'clock rather than the 8:15 where I roll up late but in style. Today we're up against another Champion Draft Series competitor, Mafraju, who is, I think, doing pretty well in the series, but I have my fucking memes, so we're gonna have a good time. As most of you already are aware, I am completely what is this, week 403, but we're having a great time, and I have honed down on the third deck that I think that I'm gonna continue trying to perfect over time. So the Mount Nivea worked great, got a win, pretty easy, pretty standard Castanivia control. There's the Zoe Victor, which has gotten some incredible games so far. I've leveled Zoe, I think, twice, if I'm remembering correctly, which is a lot of just Zoe things happening. Also, there's Victor in there, so we like him. And then the last thing that I think, gonna try and refine, that I got some wins in and ranked with, was this list, which is the good old Encroaching Shadows Hecarim Teemo shit that buffs elusives until my opponent dies, and then revives elusives and hopefully my opponent dies. And then
Memeing.
Huh?
For the memeing.
Thank you. I have a good meme glasses, you'll see. And then I also just have Teemo there to like ping and deal some burn damage potentially. I'm realizing, looking at the deck now, that there was an inclusion that I meant to put in here, but honestly I think it is excessively memey probably. So that's okay. The memes have anime protagonist energy. Thank you. I will take the anime protagonist crown. God damn it. If nothing else, that's what I'm gonna take. I'm actually gonna go, while we're here, I'm gonna go look at what Mafraju has brought at previous matchups, just to get a taste of what we might be against. I think it's some pretty strong choices. Yeah, Mafraju's the one with Lurk. I'm afraid of her casting Lurk at me because I don't think any of my decks are really tuned to be able to deal with that. There's also Nora Viego, and there is Draven Ezreal. So a lot of just pain and suffering is about to occur. I actually like the balance in that matchup list of never mind. The deck codes for today's matches have actually been uploaded. So let me take a look at those to make sure that they are actually the same here. Yep, there's Lurk. Pike Rek'Sai. Here is Nora Viego with 1 Atrocity and 3 Vengeances. That one is gonna be, I think some of my decks might have a shot versus that one, depending on what gets banned. Oh, and it's Kindred Nasus, not Draven Ezreal. I was wrong about that one. So it's a lot of mid-rangey stuff. Here's the fun part. I did actually bring that Encroaching Shadows deck versus a Slay player, I believe, if I'm remembering right. I don't know if we came out on top, but them being unable to kill any, I think we lost actually because they got a big Nasus, and I think it was the game where they had 2 siphoning strikes, if I'm remembering correctly, because they had 3 Nasuses in hand at one point. I think that was the game, which doesn't bode well for this. However, it's fun when they can't slay stuff because everything fucking dies with ephemeral. So here we go. Gotta do it non-respectfully because of Lurk. Oh my god, Tatsiki, you're out for more blood than I am. Incredible. So yeah, we're gonna jump into this. Honestly, this is one of the times where I'm actually not super confident in the bans. I feel like Lurk is just gonna be fucking annoying. Nora Viego is kind of just powerful. Oh, and there's 3 Aloof Travelers in there, which means I have to be a little bit worried about what I'm drawing. And then the Kindred Nasus with that Atrocity. I don't like any of these. I really don't like any of these, but we'll see how we feel, I think, once we're loaded up. There is a 1-minute delay, all of the usual stuff. I actually forgot to put that in my fucking title, so let me update that real quick, though we are also jumping into a game like right now. Never mind, we'll fix the title later. There's a 1-minute delay, you guys know the usual. I'll be reviewing the new cards and ending the delay once this once this is all over. So let me bring up some codes and let me add my opponent here and do all of the usual stuff. Okay, I think I have received a request. I think that was from before, yes. Deck code should be in. Opponent is here. Let's go. Hey, ready, whenever. Geo. Not Geo. Let's go. Woo! I really want, not regardless of how bad it is though, I do really want the Teemo Hecarim to slip under the ban radar of this is such a shitty deck, surely you would never ban it. That's the strategy of that. See, if it's janky enough, nobody's gonna look at that and be like, man, I have to get rid of it. They're gonna be like, man, that's some dumb shit. And then we can surprise win. Help me. Send help. Yeah, where is the score right now? Yeah, Mopperju's fucking in first. 3-0ing all around, so that's good. I'm afraid. Okay. Is this the lineup we're expecting? I actually don't. Okay, let's look at it in the Riot client to see where we're at. This is not quite helping me, I think. I might honestly let the lurk through, and that might be a horrible decision. Because I think I'm the most afraid of being completely unable to deal with Nora Viego. Because of the way that the Nora generates things, and the fact that Viego, if I don't run into one of my Shadow Isles cards, is a menace and a terror, and there's Camavoran in here, I actually think it might be this, because the Nora also competes with my elusive strategy, so I think this is the ban. I think this is the ban. We're letting in some fucking powerful decks if we do that. Of course, the Mao Nivea is banned. I'm gonna start off with the weakest link and then go to the strongest link. I think it's Lurk. Oh boy, we gotta outrace with elusives. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I believe. Let's go. Oh god. Yo, Teemo showing up for the Shroom Queen as usual. We hit Teemo, we hit Hecarim. That's actually slightly a problem because I don't actually think I can really argue too much with Lurk with this current hand. I can put the Poro in the front, and unfortunately the Poro will just kind of sit there for a long time, which is not what I'm necessarily looking for. Yo, we got fucking aesthetics up the ass though. The aesthetic is great. Look at all these cosmetics. Okay, I can't block that. That gets vulnerable, that's fine. Something pulls it. The Ceaseless Sentry does not run into anything because they're going to pull with the Teemo and not let me block the 1/1 basically. We need encroaching and we don't have encroaching, which is, to be fair, definitely one of the stronger weaknesses in this deck. So yeah, that has fearsome, and unfortunately they did not miss Lurk. Dang it, I need you to miss Lurk. I need you to miss so much Lurk here. I also did not include things like Withering Whale, which would be kind of nice to see right now. I do have a Poro and another fucking Teemo top deck. If this is working out the way I think it might be, this is actually the first time that I will be hitting twice with the Teemo in one game here. We are top decking Hackerums like a pro, and that's a problem. This is not quite the swing that we need. We really need that encroaching. I also really need for my Nexus to stay in one piece. So we might be hitting a point too where I actually cannot win with encroaching because I just don't have enough power to go around everything that's happening over there. Mystic Shot's very good for that fearsome if it's suddenly just too large. That is probably a ref size, so it's probably going to be too large. I would deeply imagine. There's another Hammer Snout. So now the argument is, do I actually go for killing the thing that's trying to pull Teemo, or do I go for the thingy that's doing the most damage? Actually, I think I might go for the thing that's trying to kill Teemo. Not gonna lie. Because it's not, I mean, it's an awful trade. It's an awful fucking trade. But it cannot be Snapshot Swarmed in the future. We are looking at... Okay, here's the other funny thing. I could Soul Cleave Teemo. I could Soul Cleave Teemo in order and assuming that there is no death from below or anything like that happening. What is this deck code? There's one single bone skewer. I'm going to play a Poro, and then you bet I'm gonna fucking think about it really, really hard. And you know what? This is our time to shine for sure, because once the, what, we got 8, we got 10 puff caps. The first one hits, plants 5, the second one hits, doubles. I'm gonna fucking commit this, and if we run into a bone skewer, so fucking be it. Is it the one bone skewer? It's the death from below. It's the pike. That is a fucking bitch. God damn it! Ah! I hate Pike. I hate Pike so much. I hate Pike and his whole fucking stinky ass ocean breath and his whole ocean experience. He sucks. I hate him. Oh, no! I was hoping to avoid that. There's our encroaching shadows, finally. We got our Xurslai hatchling coming down. We're going to cast Hecarim, I guess, in order to stay alive. Do we need to do this to stay alive? The Pike is not leveled, but we're getting 10 damage minimum from the Xurslai hatchlings, assuming there's nothing else on the top, plus the Pike itself, plus whatever else is cast. This is currently not lethal, unless there's some strike on the Poro, which will not give us another interaction, actually. 2 Hecarims doesn't do anything is the problem here. That's the thing that I'm hesitant about. I'm gonna open pass, because we have that vengeance, and see if we need to use it. Because if a Rek'Sai happens now, obviously we can do that. There is no Rek'Sai, so we are taking that 10 damage. I could Encroaching Shadows. I could Encroaching Shadows and just do the fucking combo. Get an 8-8 Hecarim, or sorry, a 7-8 Hecarim, which will have Overwhelm, but it will not have the additional buffs. I think I need a permanent Hecarim, unfortunately. I could permanent Hecarim and then Encroaching Shadows Hecarim, or I could like Encroaching and then cast the Onslaught of Shadows, which is still not enough because we are still... the top decking the Vengeance was actually kind of fucked me here. I don't think I can actually get away from that. Piercing Darkness is actually a very useful card here. Unfortunately, it can't kill the 6-6, but it might be able to kill something else. Hecarim getting Overwhelmed versus that 6-6, though, is actually just garbage, unfortunately. That's actually just a hot pile of garbage, because the thing about that is I can't get over its HP in any shape or form. There is one Rite of Negation. I ran into death from below and the single Rite of Negation in the deck. Oh my god! Ah! Screaming, just fucking screaming. My RNG is not with me today. Okay, yep, just hit the Hecarim. That is a Ruthless Predator, so my Hecarim is also dead. Damn it. Ah. Damn it. I should have banned Lurk, I guess. I guess I should have banned the Lurk, because that did not work out at all. Let's see. We're up against now there's the Deathless Knight that we also didn't have the, we didn't have the Soul Cleave for that, unfortunately. Damn it. Should I have cast the Encroaching Shadows just to have some entertainment value? Maybe. But damn, I needed that on Soul Cleave and we didn't get that either. Yeah, one Rite of Negation is in there. And of course I ran into it. No! Absolutely atrocious RNG. We're up against Nasus Kindred. Probably the same issue is going to happen all over again. Zoe Victor has more options for sure. There's a chance I can stall out the Kindred with the Zoe Victor, but I really want to bring this is the problem. Do we go with the RNG thing? No, let's go with the thing that is a little more consistent. I hesitate to call a Pursuit deck more consistent, but I think that's that's exactly where we're at. So we'll see. I see that there have been so many chat messages, but as usual, I am not looking at it while the game is happening. But hi, whoever you are, welcome. Okay, we find Victor. We're looking at probably a discard on one of the slower cost units, I assume. Could get rid of the Trail of Evidence, I think. If that picks some kind of Is it just predicting? I think it's just predicting. We can close on our Viego tab. Yeah, it is not finding any equipment. It's just finding whatever is in there. I'm actually gonna do this. I want the healing, obviously. Moonglow is nice. I think versus a Nasus deck, having an earlier Crescent Strike in the bank is going to be useful. That's actually a Slay proc for the Nasus. But I also don't... I mean, we're going to be trading with the 2-1 probably anyway, but I'll still pass here. There's the Loping Telescope. We can bank some mana. Yep, that works. Ravenous Butcher is coming down. Oh boy. I feel like I'm playing the meta right now. Oh boy. Let's pass. Let's go with the Telescope. It could give me a free unit, which honestly I might actually want here. We find Justice Rider. Flash Bomb support coming in the new patch, but unfortunately Flash Bomb support not necessarily going to help me out the most right now. Charger does block some fearsome stuff. All of this unfortunately dies to Kindred, with the exception of the Justice Rider. The Justice Rider doesn't actually die to Kindred. Which is funny as fuck, and flash bombs do get rid of the small units. I think we're past the point of that being super useful, and I think we should probably just take the charger. But fuck it, I'm gonna take the Justice Rider anyway. There's another combo piece. We're gonna cast this Victor, I think. If the Kindred comes down, there's only 1 mana, there's only a Quietus to potentially ping something else. We're down to 10 HP, which is definitely atrocity range, unfortunately, for us. That I expect is going to start coming down. I'm going to do this because it was such an open attack. We do have the heal, which is nice. Black Spear and a ping, probably. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Black Spear and a ping. I can Encore, but that's not going to do anything. The only thing that would have been really useful, I think, is Trail of Evidence, potentially. Victor at least does get to survive. Let me cast Aloof Travelers, though, to get rid of maybe a Nasus or something. We get rid of the single atrocity in the deck, which is actually pretty good for me. So at least I don't have to worry so much about my Nexus HP. I just have to worry about tanking the face damage. And I would much rather tank the face damage, to be honest. So that's positive. One more spell that I don't quite have to think about there. Ballistic Bot is going to give me ignitions. Eventually, it's going to give me ignitions. I'm going to rip one of the Star Shapings here. Immortal Fire, Great Beyond, and Cosmic Inspiration. We're currently at, what, 6 mana? We're still going to have to wait a couple turns to do any of this. I'm tempted to go with the Great Beyond. No Zoe, by the way. I'm thinking about those keywords, and I would really have appreciated getting a Zoe down there instead, I think. We still have more healing, so I'm going to choose not to trade with the 3-1. That might be a mistake. We'll have to find out. Give me a Ballistic Bot. The open attacks are very good versus my Crescent Strikes, but eventually a champ has to happen, I imagine. Cannot protect that. Quiet. One of the 2 Quietuses in the deck's coming down. So we've seen 1 of 2 Black Spears, 1 of 3 Vile Feasts, and 1 of 2 Quietuses. Slaying shall continue for a decent amount of time. Unfortunately, I don't have a ping for that in my hand, so that draw does resolve. I have more than one... I have more than one I think I actually might, no, I might have just one aloof, actually. That might be a fucking lie. I think I might actually only have one aloof, which is going to be problems. Curse Keeper is certainly annoying, but not the worst. Sputtering is potentially useful, but not necessarily the most useful immediately. We do have an Invoke in the Star Shaping, so I'm wondering if I should just take Sputtering instead of Celestial Trifecta here. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's sneak out this Victor. There are no Vengeances in the deck, so it cannot be just regularly murdered. The Slay effects are certainly go-going, which is terrifying. On the bright side, if we do end up with a Kindred or Nasus coming down, we can Crescent Strike it next turn. It might just be an AoE attack, of course, which would suck for us, but there we go. I cannot protect the Victor as of right now. 5 mana remains. debating if I can swing in, but I think that the swinging in will just lead to another Vile Feast being cast, because there's one left, so I'm going to pass here. We do have to eventually run into the fact that their units are going to start slaying ours, and we're still going to get, unfortunately, end up contributing to the Nasus level. We're going to stun the Nasus, and we're going to stun the 2/2 maybe. Keep those in place. We can trade with the 3/3. I could actually stun the 9/9 and the 3/3 and then put the Bakai in the front. But I don't think we actually need to do that, so let's just choose the 2/2. Vector is slowly leveling. The Nasus mate doesn't have any Siphoning Strikes, unless the Siphoning Strike is, of course, a second Nasus. But that is not a fast speed interaction, so we should at least be able to get a couple more casts out here. Unless it's a counterspell. There's 2 Rite of Negations. 1 Rite of Negation coming down. Understandable. And that was, of course, my interaction there. We have a heal on the Star Shaping, but we probably do have to trade the Victor for the Nasus here, unless I can somehow finagle. Let's see, 2/3/2 is for 7 damage, and then if I do this and then I hush the Nasus, that might actually work, hushing the Nasus here. Except the Bakai is getting bigger because of that. Wait, let's just hush the Nasus first. Hush the Nasus becomes a 2/2. Let's kill him. Let's block the 2/2. We are currently living at 1 HP, but there are no ways for that deck to ping face, and that does leave me with a Star Shaping remaining. So let's actually just heal 5 real quick. I might be paranoid, but let's also just like fucking heal 5. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Do I want to obliterate a bunch of stuff? I mean, obliteration is probably very good at this point, so let's heal and let's put that down. So we've killed a Nasus. We have a Victor on the way, leveling pretty quickly. Boars is almost gone. Kindred is still a threat somewhere. Let's get that done. Perfect. Let's get this Hex Core upgrade going. 4 of 7 cards, Victor. I know you can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Please don't. See, there's only 1 mana, so there cannot be a Black Spear. There cannot be a Black Spear here, which is currently what I'm slightly clinging to, not gonna lie. Let's get this Hex Core upgrade going. We do have room to cast Great Beyond just as a big body, for sure. Elusive! Wait, what is Elusive plus that? Elusive plus that is actually a lot. It's actually quite a bit of damage. It's going to be 9 and 7, which is 16. I think going for the Obliterate is still, however, a better idea, assuming that second Rite of Negation isn't in hand. If there is a second Rite of Negation in hand, I have a chance at surviving through Time Trick, Sputtering, Encore, or no, just those 2, and the second Victor, of course. So I'm gonna try this. Let's see what happens. It does resolve, so there is no right going on currently. 2 cards in hand. Let's go with the Victor here. Obliteration does not trigger the Black Spear. All hail. End the round. Let's go. Come on, Victor. Come on, Victor. Hang in there. Hang in there, buddy. I know you can do this. I know you can fucking do this. I am going to risk doing this. If there is a counterspell, I almost die, so I'm going to try and prevent that from happening by safety blocking. I have fucked that up before. Not today! Not today! If I can help it. Yeah, there is Guiding Touch in the deck as well if we need to heal back any damage. So glad I got rid of that early atrocity with the Aloof Travelers. Here's a level Victor. All of my stuff is now cheaper. Thank you very much. At least I created stuff. Yeah, 6 mana Sputtering feels pretty nice, honestly. Did get Lifesteal! Victor, my man! He's holding us together. Oh my god. There's a potential Black Spear. There's a potential Black Spear, and I feel like I should be afraid of it. That might be incorrect. That might be incorrect to be worried about it. So I could cast Out of the Way and then pass, because this is unlikely to get countered. Draws me a card, does not leave the Victor open to the Black Spear that we know is potentially still available in hand. We have that Bastion Spell Shield to grant him that protection if we need it. Oh, I'm getting a GG. Oh my god! We got the win with the victor! I forgot to emote. I'm so sorry. I meant to emote there. I'm so sorry. I was too busy panicking over, is my victor gonna die? So we get that first game. The second game. Not the first game. The second game. Now I need to do this! This is so much weaker. But yeah, that Victor is really holding on. That Victor Zoe is really fucking holding on. Oh, thank you, Victor. Now I need Timo to not let me down. To be fair, Timo tried real hard on that first match to not let me down. But unfortunately, Pike is the card. I'm gonna have a vendetta against Pike until I fucking die, I swear to God. Piercing Darkness's Drain does get rid of, hear me out, does get rid of fucking Kindred, and a bunch of other damage that may be happening, but I do think I need to mulligan for Elusives and Encroaching Shadows. Encroaching! My eyes are closed. We found Draw, which is, to be fair, cards that were, guys, thing, sort of, maybe. Have Timo. Have Timo. I shall have Timo until death. Let's go. Okay, we don't have any spells, so probably it's just Ceaseless Sentry out of the gate. Hecarim, I love you. You're not really the card I need on turn fucking 2. You're not a turn 2 pony, and this is the issue. What? I just got raided. Thank you for the raid. I don't know. Mod just told me that I got raided. I do appreciate that. I'm currently not looking at the chat, and we are currently on a 1-minute delay, but thank you for sending people over, whoever you magical people are. We're in a champion draft series game. I don't know if you know this or not, but we're up against Mafraju from the Dele Brazil team, and I'm currently getting probably my ass handed to me by Nasus Kindred. But we did get a nice victor win earlier, so at least I have that to stand upon. We're gonna block with stuff. I have stuff. We're gonna block with it. Acorn is going to sit there to maybe give me a 2-mana Soul Cleave, because that's what's gonna save me for sure. Let's draw some goddamn card. Let's not draw that many cards, actually. Does that save me? It reduces it to 5, even though it makes the Bakai bigger. I do have those couple of Mystic Shots lying around in here that we tried to use against Lurk a little bit. It's not super working, but there's a chance. They're saying there's a chance. Last one, unfortunately, is not the card that I really wish to duplicate. We do find that iterative improvement, and the thing is, I have the Deathless Knight in hand that can benefit from Ephemeral. So if I get this out and then we can Soul Cleave it to give it buffs, that is actually a combo that I possess. It's what the deck is supposed to do. Unfortunately, the Deathless Knight really competes with Hecarim, and I initially meant for the Hecarim to just kind of be like, yeah, I mean, he's there, he exists, he doesn't get Soul Cleaved. On the other hand, I could also Soul Cleave him to get big boys. The problem with the big boys is that I don't actually know if they're going to do enough. Could get Bakai, could get Last Wind, but I don't want to actually kill anything. Getting the 2/2 doesn't do anything. We have to block Kindred, and I think we have to try and shoot down the 5/2, because unlike the last time, I do not actually have the capacity. I could also duplicate that. Do I need to do that? No. I don't actually have the capacity to Aloof Traveler the Atrocity out of hand. That is a big flaw that I do see at the moment, just in general. We got super fucking lucky on that discard on the last one. Super fucking lucky on the last discard. So yeah, we're kind of just flying, we're not flying blind, but we're flying without the big thing that is supposed to be in this deck. There's also an argument here that I could give the Hecarim and the Camo Clucker, which is also an alternate win con of just like elusive, ephemeral fucking beatdown. Like incapable of finding encroaching on time though. Ruination is certainly a card. Unfortunately, it also just kind of kills the Undying, which I do not want at all. I could get a couple of 6/6s out of the Deathless Knight, which means they are less likely to run into counter or removal. I mean, certainly less inclined to run into counter than fucking Ruination, though the Soul Cleave is going to probably get something happen to it. Still 2 Red of Negations in that deck. I actually think I might get more out of the Deathless Knights here than casting the Hecarim and trying to go with that. And then Ruination here is just kind of awkward because I will then not really be able to do anything, and the 2/2s and the other units might actually be able to just come at face with like too much power. I do have this. We're gonna soul cleave it. That is unfortunate. Everything unfortunately does block that. I'm going to attempt this, which also removes the Kindred mark here. 5 mana open in Shurima gives me the heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies are the technical term here. That looks like a counterspell now, doesn't it? That looks like a fucking Rite Negation. That is a Kindred Spirit Journey, which means at least I get to hold the 5/5. Desperation Spirit Journey for sure, which is exciting. Somebody did something like a follow, so thank you for whatever that was. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna swing. There's no mana, so I'm gonna swing. Have a fucking horse. What, you like my horse? It's a nice horse. That does, of course, lock me out of Ruination this turn, which kind of sucks, but I can duplicate it in hand and make another copy, which is something if there is time to do so. Nasus is 6 mana, so we might be able to cast one in the front. No silence this time, no hush. That is a 9/9 Nasus coming down perfectly on time. I really need that Ruination. Could have probably just let the Kindred do its thing and then hope that I find something else, but that would have let us really open to the just fucking attack. Nasus is going to be leveled as well, so I can block the Kindred and I can block the Nasus. We are unfortunately looking at 10 damage from all other sources if I do that. So either way, I end up with 2 ponies, but I also think either way we end up taking too much damage. I'm gonna do this for style points though. I can't win versus that board because that's gonna become a 10/10, and also I'm still at 9 HP. But I can at least show you what it's supposed to do. That is what it's supposed to do. It is supposed to give you things. I am going to copy something and it will help. It will help me, I'm sure. Give me that. Sure, I'll take a fucking predict. Let's go. I can make it elusive. Should I have kept that Piercing Darkness from before? No, because then what would have happened is the Spirit Journey would have probably gone on the Piercing Darkness target by the time that I would have actually been able to cast that. On the off chance that I somehow live, let's take it, but can we live? So if we block the Kindred, I can tank the first 2. I cannot tank the 3/3. I can block here, I can block here, and I can block here, and then it is still, unfortunately, perfect lethal. If I block the 4/1, I can kill the Kindred, and the Nasus doesn't actually level, which is exciting. That is actually better than I anticipated here. I mean, I'll take that deal. I mean, we take those deals. Can I win with Deathless Knight elusive? Can I win with Deathless Knight elusive? No, because I've used my Soul Cleaves. I am ridiculously close, though, to being able to win with Camo Cloaker Sumpworks map. I am ridiculously close to being able to do that. I cast a Mystic Shot earlier, right? I cast that Mystic Shot on the Bakai. I have 2 Mystic Shots in this deck, and Camo Cloaker gives me a draw. There is a chance that if I Camo Cloaker Sumpworks map and then fucking go face, that I can top deck burn somehow and win. This is where I was actually... Oh, there's Puff Caps. There's also 5 Puff Caps in the deck. Ooh, Ruination kills my board and potentially gets countered. Camo Cloaker and Sumpworks map are not counterable. If I cast Hecarim, I lose a lot of resources, so you know what? Fuck it, we're doing it. We're fucking goddamn doing it. That's 12 damage. Oh, I don't have this. For some reason now I think this card is 5, like it's a 5 for 5. It is not a 5 for 5 distinctly. What is that? It could be 2 Vile Feasts. That is a glimpse beyond. There are 5 Puff Caps on this deck right now. No. Okay, fair enough. Oh, jumping elusive! No! Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Potentially survivable if there's no atrocity. Oh, but there's probably atrocity now. A cup, that's the first glimpse. I think that's the first glimpse. I think that's the first glimpse. Oh, which means that there may not be atrocity. If there is atrocity, we are fucking dead, though. We are so fucking dead. Now we're fucking dead. Now we're fucking dead, I think. Well, no, it's still the same calculation. It's still fundamentally the same calculation. I cannot Ruination him now, which sucks for sure, but that doesn't fucking heal. That's not a Cane strike. That's not an Aatrox strike. Oh, if only I'd had this in hand before, that would have been fucking perfect. We're gonna cast it. We're going to die. Open attack kills me. I can block with the Acorn. It doesn't unfortunately matter. 5 puff caps and the chance that I top deck a Mystic Shot are currently what we're relying on. RNGesus! Teemo! My lord fuck. Teemo failed me. Nothing more to it. Fucking Teemo failed me. Ah, god damn it, Teemo. Ah, so close though. Actually so fucking close, but yet so far. And yet so far. I didn't even need Encroaching Shadows, may I fucking point out? That's the whole point of the elusive spam to face. But I didn't find the second burn. I didn't find the burn. I didn't find the puff caps. Damn. Damn. But see, that's why I do include some burn. That's why the Mystic Shots are in there. That's why the Teemo is one of the prime elusives for that deck. On the off chance that the finisher, the Hecarims, the Death Knights, they don't actually resolve, it's supposed to do that. However, not lucky today. Not lucky today, but still a fucking good fucking time. All right, here we go. All right, thanks for the, I'm back to looking at the chat now. Hello, how's it going? Liberty1844, thank you for the raid. This is gonna be fucking delayed, but I do appreciate you sending folks over here in the midst of my CDS match. I'm gonna go hand out some GGs, because if it offers you, those were some excellent games. Thank you for that. Oh man, what HP difference! Good shit though. So this is gonna be the usual end the delay situation. Is this the first game? No, this is week 4 of the CDS series. Usually I do this on Mondays, but there are still 4 weeks to go. It's 8 total rounds to see who comes out on top. Damn, I did get a game though on the currently first place champ in the CDS series. So chuffed about that, sad about Teemo. I'm gonna pin all of this on Teemo right now, and go from there. Should have drained? Ah, fuck that. No, absolutely not. We're putting all of the eggs in the I'm going to try and win basket, because the other thing is that I was trying to avoid Rite of Negation. Like, you can't always play under a counter spell, but on that situation, I was a little bit more afraid of it. So I was just like, fuck it. There is probably I would argue, based on the way that Shurima Shadow Isles plays, that there's potentially a higher probability that I draw Mystic Shot or they draw Puff Cap than they don't have Deny, because Glimpse had been committed, other draw had been committed. I think the probability of Deny versus burn damage, it's definitely a player choice thing, but I also think that it is I don't know if the probability is actually significantly lower, because if you have Rite of Negation and you know you're up against a deck that has Ruinations and Vengeances and removal, you're going to have a higher chance of holding Rite of Negation if you see it in your opening hand, or just like drawing it generally. Because halfway through the deck, at the turn that we were at, probably 20 cards had been used. There are 2 of them in there, so 50-50 shot. It's in, they have more than, I would say, 50% chance that it's in hand. So yeah, you're gonna keep it. That is honestly the closest thing that's cut in the series has gotten to beefing Mafaju. Fuck yeah! We're gonna turn this around in the next 4 games, I swear to God. I think I have solidified the lineup for sure now. You know, we dicked around a little bit with other things like Teemo Hecarim with Cosmic Casks and Teemo Soul to see if we could get some crazy Bandle stuff going on. I think Encroaching Shadows, that version of the deck, is where I'm going to sit. The Zoe Victor, though, that Zoe Victor deck has been pulling out fucking wins. It's just so fucking consistent. I fucking love it. That's so much fun to play. And also it means that I can take one of my highest mastery champs to actually be played, which is I've always loved Victor. Anyway, I'm going to leave a little bit of room here for the delay to end. I'm gonna end the stream and then reboot it so that the delay is gone. I will be right back. 60 seconds of me just in the void, existing in liminal space, and then I'll return and then we'll look at the new cards. I've seen some of them. I haven't actually watched the full set trailer video, but I'd like to do that today. I know what he does, I've read the cards, but I haven't actually like dived into them and really theory crafted them. So we're gonna do some theory crafting. I think viewer submissions are open, so we're gonna do that as well. And then yeah, that's the stream. That's the plan for the stream. CDS game done, card reveals to look at, games to potentially play. Viewers have people to submit. People who are viewers have decks to submit is the English sentence I meant to say, and then some babbling nonsense came out. So that's exciting. I'm gonna go end this delay. Be right back.